Okay, moving on now. I'm going to talk a little bit about video search engine optimization, and it's really about making your video findable on the web. I mentioned at the beginning of this chapter that search engines love to display videos in the search engine results, and Google in particular loves to display YouTube videos on the first page of the web results, as well as under the video tabs. And I'm going to show you some basic search engine optimization for video to give your video the best chance to rank on page 1 of Google. Now, just a little caveat here, this will depend on how competitive your keyword that you're trying to rank for is, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so let's go through the steps, and step 1 is optimize your video file name. Actually, before I forget, I also want to make you aware that accompanying this webinar training, you will also get a guide which will go into more detail about how to do this. Okay, so step 1 is to optimize your video file name. So once you've recorded your video, what you can then do is you just rename the video file, and you do this by right-clicking. Now this is for PC. Right-clicking and changing the name of the video file, and I recommend using this format here, using the underscores in between the keywords. So this particular video here that I'm showing you is one that I did for one of my clients who builds high-end luxury homes, and so we identified that this keyword, Perth Luxury Home Builder, was one that was searched for. So what we did is we just reformatted the name of the video to Perth _luxury _home _builder, and that already optimized the video file. Step 2 is obviously to upload your video, and you'll need to set up an account with YouTube to upload your video to, and make sure that before you upload it that the video setting is on public setting. This will allow everyone to see your video. Okay, there are other options, but we'll go into those another time, but you obviously want to be found, so you want to make the settings public. Step 3 is to include your keyword in your title, which is very important because once again you will want to use terms that people are searching for. So in my case, I identified that it was Perth Luxury Home Builder, so I used that as my title. The next step is to write a description. Now, start the description with your keyword at the beginning, so for example, Perth Luxury Home Builder, and then add your website address in this format, http:// and your sitename.com, or whatever extension it is, wherever you are and which part of the world. It's important that you do include the HTTP because it makes the link clickable, and it can direct your viewer to your website or landing page, okay, if they're watching your video. The next step is to write a good description, including your keywords and related keywords. Just a word of warning, just don't overuse the keywords in your description. You don't want to be seen as keyword stuffing. You want to make it your description read naturally, so in the way that is understandable to humans. Okay. And again, in your description, write about 500 words and include links also to your social media platforms, and include a call to action like asking them to visit your site or subscribe to your YouTube channel. If you are a business, down the bottom of the description, put down your company's name, address and contact number in that order and in that format as you see now. This has got to do with citations. I don't want to get too geeky or too technical, but if you do have a business, just place it on the bottom of your description. Okay. Step 5 is to add the keywords in your tags. You'll see a field where you can put in your primary keyword first and then other related keywords. Okay, I think that's quite self-explanatory there. And step 6 is to fill the advanced settings when you're uploading your video to YouTube. and it's simple and straightforward to do. Just include your location and the date of the recording, and also remember to select the right category that you want your video to feature in. So there's plenty of categories like education or how to and style. Okay. Step 7, after you've uploaded and published the video, copy the URL from the YouTube. Copy the URL link from YouTube. It would look something like this. It is a longer URL, and then paste it at the bottom. Go back into the description area and paste it down the bottom. There is a reason for this. Again, it's to do with optimizing your channel, and this will actually work in your benefit. Okay. So use the same URL. Use the same video URL to let the search engines know that that it's there to be indexed by going to a service like Pingler.com. Here you just put the keyword in your title area and paste in your YouTube video URL, and then you select the relevant categories and hit ping. This process will have your video indexed by the search engine. After you've pinged your video URL, what you can do is do some social bookmarking, I should say. And one site that I do use is called Social Monkey, but there are plenty of other sites there, so check them out. And what this will do is will actually reference your video on a lot of these other social media sites and other sites, and it'll sort of act like a bit of a reference point to refer people back to your video. Okay. Then you can also share your YouTube video on your relevant social media pages like Facebook, Twitter, Google+, LinkedIn, Pinterest, etc. And also then post your video to your blog if you've got one, or your website, and then ping the blog post URL using pingler.com again. Okay, and again you can do the social bookmarking part as well. I don't want to confuse you too much, but you just follow the steps as best you can. As I said, I've got the guide which will take you step by step and in a little bit more detail. Step number 8 is to submit your video to other video sharing sites. Here you repeat the process and upload and optimize your video on Vimeo and Dailymotion, which we mentioned earlier. At the end of the video description, remember to include your YouTube URL. So just paste it, the YouTube URL. This will link back to your YouTube video and help you achieve a better video ranking in the search engines for your actual YouTube video. This process will take a bit of time, so all the 8 steps will take a bit of time to do, especially if you haven't done it before, but once you've done it once or twice, you will get better at it and hence take less time. Now, I just want to let you know of a tool which is been designed by marketing automation genius Mr. Mike Koenigs. He has a very powerful tool that will automate this process and more, and it's called Traffic Geyser 2.0. I strongly advise to check it out. It is awesome. It is on the pricier side, but it's well worth the time that you will save. Okay. Okay, then you need to optimize your YouTube channel, and it's important to optimize your YouTube channel as well. And this also applies with your Vimeo and Dailymotion channels. So it's important that you select the right channel name. And I just want to make a comment here, because there are 2 schools of thought when it comes to picking a channel name for your for YouTube and your other video sharing platforms. And the first is to use your business name, or secondly what your business does. For example, Perth Luxury Home Builder, like I used in the previous example. In my experience, what I have seen rank is calling your channel your primary keyword if it's available. This makes sense to me, because if I was searching for a luxury home builder to construct my home in my city of Perth, that's what I would put into that search term in Google. Okay. Also, your channel description is very important, and again you can optimize your channel description by using your relevant keywords and your related keywords. Make it interesting and engaging so that those reading want to know more about your channel. Ask them to subscribe to your channel. Complete the About sections by adding all of your links to your websites and social media accounts, and engage in the discussions and comments on your channels as well. This will also show activity and engagement, which is what YouTube loves. So the final piece is it's important is the channel art, and it's important to catch the eye and create engagement of visitors to your channel with great visually appealing channel banners, and have one designed for you by a graphic artist. And again, you can check out a resource like fiverr.com to do this for you. Another one is 99 Designs. They may be able to, or you will find talent on there that can help you. It just depends on your budget. Okay.